All right, folks, moments ago, obviously, Marjorie Taylor Greene spoke on her motion to oust Speaker Johnson. The House just overwhelmingly voted in favor of tabling this motion, and now they're voting on the motion that they just voted. It's like there's two votes on one motion here, but they're basically voting to confirm the vote that they just had. And that will likely pass because she's not going to pick up a bunch of votes there. Here's the problem with this whole thing. All right, look, I get it. There's this thing called the Hastert rule, which Marjorie Taylor Greene is very upset about. And I don't blame her. I think she's right to be upset about this, where if you have the Hastert rule is the majority of the party in control. If they are against something, then the speaker, who's the representative of the majority party, shouldn't bring that forward for a vote in its current state until you can get the majority of your party on board with that. But that didn't happen. That was with the Ukraine vote. There are a lot of Republicans that are very upset, with myself included, on the FISA thing. But here's the other side of this right now. We have like a one-seat, Republicans have like a one-seat majority, maybe two, depending on the day, who's out, who has to like drop their kids off at school. So the margin is literally one person. We know with 100% certainty that the Democrats will vote overwhelmingly in whatever direction they are told by their party leaders, like Hakeem Jeffries, who is Nancy Pelosi is really one of the powerhouses over there. They're no friend of any Republican policy ever. They are going to do whatever they can. Now, this is my question to Speaker Mike Johnson. Is he going to take this and say, wow, okay, there's enough people who are really angry to keep from passing Republican bills if I don't start being more conservative? Look, if you remember, Mike Johnson was very conservative. I would even go so far to say that he was up there with Matt Gaetz and trolling the left, especially on the impeachment when the Democrats did all that to President Trump. When he was acquitted in the Senate, Mike Johnson was trolling the left. He was a staunch conservative. And now, I don't know what it is, but a lot of these people, they get into these positions of power, and I know he thoroughly enjoys being speaker. So maybe he's kind of catered to that just a little bit. But I would ask him, like, hey, look, Republicans are the majority. It might be one, it might be two seats. However, and there were a lot of rhinos. The reason they have this two-seat majority, by the way, the only two-seat, is because a lot of rhinos just threw up their hands and said, oh, McCarthy, I'm not speaker anymore. Fine, I'm leaving and I'm going to take my ball and go home with me, which is not how the game should be played. But we're here. I need him to get with people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and be their champion, not be their opponent, because this doesn't work without her. It doesn't work without Matt Gaetz. It doesn't work without Andy Biggs. It doesn't work unless all Republicans do exactly what Democrats have done forever and vote together on things. And the one question that I want Speaker Mike Johnson to ask before bringing anything to the floor going forward on this is, how does this help the United States of America? How does this help the American people that pay my salary? That's what they need. That's all. That's the only question you should have.